Alright, sorry about that. That was taking me a moment to figure out how YouTube does streaming now. I think I've got this sorted out now, though. So now if I switch to BRB, it'll... It was being weird with my... Okay. So now I'll switch to capture. And I hope the audio will be alright. So I started a new game, but then I didn't like get anywhere. It was the opening dialogue, and then I was like, you know what? I should record and stream this. And now I'm recording and streaming this. So let's get into it. So creative mode. Yeah, let's get the tutorial done at the very least. In cloying darkness you writhe. You cling to life by the tips of your fingers. Something takes shape in the emptiness, contours of flesh tracing along familiar lines. A withered old woman's face floating before your own. When she speaks, she has the rasping voice of a raven. Who are you? A swordsmith? A survivor? A saint? Pronouns! Anyway. Wrong. It is not your time. The Sundering claimed untold lives, yet you endured when so many around you perished. What did you do to survive? Alright, mercenary. I joined a band of sellswords forging the blades used in our butchery. When the last of them died in battle, it was time for me to start over. This background grants +3 toughness and may open unique dialogue choices. Leader. We built a settlement at Osterhall. I was their smith and their spokesman. For many years we held out, one by one, and I buried them all. This background grants +3 diplomacy. Wanderer. I plied my trade from settlement to settlement, gathering hard-won knowledge about a world that is falling apart. This background grants +3 knowledge and may open unique dialogue choices. And then slave. I was too useful to kill. I was traded back and forth as a prize between warlords who kept me chained to a forge. When I saw my chance, I escaped. This background grants +3 finesse. Wanderer and slave seem most interesting to me. I will choose with a coin flip. Holy shit. Where did that go? I did not catch that. Alright, let's try that again. Hey, let's do a better flip. I'm not even going to look at it. Alright. Alright, we're doing Wanderer. A cold hand touches your brow. Water cools your burning throat. You kept something through all your hardships. A keepsake from a better time. What is it? An artisan toolkit for a creative playstyle grants a bundle of leathers and pigments for more creative freedom early on. A family heirloom for a story-focused playstyle grants a unique family heirloom passed down through prior generations of your lineage. Or a bottle of rare old world spirit for an optimization-focused playstyle grants a bottle of precious liquor to boost your progress. I'll try out this. The story seems kind of interesting, and I'll try to engage with it. The fire... Oh wait, no, this isn't her dialogue. The fire is burning itself out, leaving you a damp shadow of your old self. You claw blindly in the darkness until more water is tipped down your throat. What do you believe in? Now the voices have abandoned this world. Ambition. Humanity can rise above the voices if we learn their secrets. Continuity. I believe in small things. Bread rising, seasons turning, children growing. Freedom. We're better off without the voices. Humans can adapt to anything. Compassion. Even small kindness is an act of defiance in a world without pity. Or nothing. Nothing matters anymore. There's peace in accepting that. I like compassion. I always like to think it costs nothing to be nice. Now it costs $1. Anyways, You have it backwards. Love is what dooms your kind. In the end, the world will tear out that soft heart of yours and devour it. I'll leave you with one final question, and I don't expect an answer. What will fill the silence the voices left behind? As the old woman's face retreats into inky blackness, sparks flicker into life behind her. One by one, a field of stars burning with a sickly pale light. Like seeds taking root, they twist and expand, their tendrils branching and burrowing through the darkness until they've strangled it with light. Now, Wakesmith, you still have a part to play in humanity's final act. A new day has dawned. Let me just check something. Okay. Your eyes flutter as you regain consciousness. You're faintly surprised to find yourself alive. Either death did not come for you, or when it did, it found you unyielding. I awaken! You sit up, grasping, sweat-drenched. The fever has broken. Let's get my bearings. You're in a tent. There's no sign of your caretaker, apart from a half-empty water pail and a damp cloth on your brow. You peek out of the tent flap, squinting. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Squinting against the sunlight. Outside, I was checking my audio. Sorry about that. Outside, as far as the eye can see, stretches a chaotic sprawl of tents and shelters. Churned mud and shallow graves, it all comes floating back. Remember. A lifetime on the roads, selling your wares, sleeping under trees, learning the secrets of the world. Every year it got harder. Landmarks vanished, bridges collapsed, outposts fell to ruin. At last you were forced to seek a sanctuary. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Alright. It was a long journey to Erin Keep, through dust and despair. Your last memories are of sliding from your dying horse, your numb legs tracking furrows in the mud as someone dragged you to shelter. But who? Outside the tent is a crude field forge, complete with an anvil. Did you crawl here in a daze, or did your mysterious caretaker bring you here? Either way, the anvil gives you a feeling of home. I should see if anyone in the camp is selling steel to use in the forge. Catalog my remaining supplies. Most of your rations are gone. Your horse was already dying when the fever took you. Its body is nowhere to be seen. By now, it's likely soup. Assess the field forge's condition. I was gonna say contradiction. That's not it. It seems to have been abandoned for some time, lacking anyone with the skill to work it. But it won't require much effort to get running again. Tonight, you'll head to the gates and try to secure entry to Erin Keep. But not yet. You're still weak from the fever. But if you want to eat, you'll need to make some coin. For now, you'll ply your trade as best you can in this desperate place. By the looks of it, plenty here will be in need of a sword. I should head to the outer gate at sundown and try to gain entry to Erin Keep. End. Thank you for signing up for the Bladesong playtest. We appreciate your interest and feedback. Lots has changed since the last playtest, so please pay attention to the tutorial even if you've played before. We've kept it short. Use the tutorial flag on the top bar to revisit any information you've already seen. Alright. So yeah, these do nothing. Thalers? Thalers? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Steel, wood, leather, and action points. I suppose I could make a save. Welcome to camp, Swordsmith. People will come to you with commissions. You choose which commissions to take on. Commissions refresh daily. Select the highlighted button to choose your first commission. Oh, and there goes my dog. I'm sure it'll be alright. I think it's just... Well, hold on. Let me go see. Let me make sure he's alright. I have returned. I am Steve. Anyways. Owen wants... Your first customer is a gaunt man in a tattered cloak. He approaches you, noticing the anvil outside your tent. You're a blacksmith? Can you make me a sword? I've got the coin for it, just make sure it's good and long. I don't like my enemies to be in hugging distance, if you get my meaning. The overall length of your blade measured from base to point. Acquired. The overall weight of the sword. A lighter sword is faster and less tiring, but a heavier sword will have more powerful impact. Balance. Center of balance is an important property. Control it by altering the weight of the hilt and blade. Alright. Impact. How hard the sword hits. Sword hits hardest when it's heavy and has a lot of mass near the point. Speed. How swiftly the blade can be swung or redirected. A sword speed is highest when the sword is light and has little mass near the point. The increased leverage of a long handle further improves this rating. How easily the hilt can be repositioned to defend or change stance. How well the cross-section of the sword can cut through a target. Steep edge. Angle of a wide and thin blade provides... Oh, whoop. Provides best rating. A smooth cross-section is preferable. A strong central ridge can impede the cut. Stiffness. How fiercely the sword can thrust before it starts to bend. This rating is improved by making your blade thicker. To keep your weight down and sharpness up, experiment with distal tapering, hollow cross-sections, and fullers. And point. Alright. Okay, so this is the currency, I'm guessing, then. Thalers. That's how I'm gonna say it. Or is it Thalers or Thalers? Thalers rolls off the tongue a bit better for me. I accept. Forge. Move the camera with middle mouse button or Alt. Let's start with shaping your blade. Customers have different requirements which your sword must fulfill. The top left panel shows your progress toward commission requirements. Use the change length ability to begin. Is that what this is? Oh, here we go. Strike the blade with your hammer to shape it. Hammer in time with the rhythm for a stronger effect. Ooh, it's a rhythm game? Then use X to flip the hammering direction. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get into the center of there, but if it wants me to just be good enough. Let's flatten the blade. Use shift for fine control. Use shift for fine control. Remember, you can reverse the direction. And I can magically thicken it. Let's make the sword a bit wider. Hammer a point on the sword. By default, customers won't accept a sword without a point. Cross-section ability makes your blade sharp. The blue line... Where? Blue line on the blade means it's not done yet. Hammer until it turns orange. Check the colors on the cross-section display to see the blade's cut through potential. Cuts. Cross-section display. Oh, right here. Oh, all right. In hilt mode, you have access to a library of sword parts to complete your sword. Click a sword part to pick it up, then attach it to a slot on your sword. Let's do that. In hilt mode, attaching parts costs resources. Keep an eye on the resource panel to see how much you're spending. You can always remove parts to get those resources back. Typically, swords have at least a guard, grip, and pommel. And each one of add one of each to complete the sword. Blah, blah. Wants a nice long handle too, I'm guessing, because he said he wants a nice long sword. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. I think I'll stick with this. And then I wonder, can I put on another? Uh-huh. Oh, I don't have the wood to do that. Does it say how much they cost? I'm gonna switch this out. You know, he probably just wants a plain sword. I don't got a lot of materials anyways, this probably uses the least. Perfect, all the requirements are fulfilled, so when you're happy, click the button above to finish the commission. Looks a little unbalanced if you ask me, but... Oh yeah, no, the balance is way off. Oh, okay, I see. So that's the... I still wish it would say how much materials they'll use, but... The man takes the sword and jabs it at his shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. Alright. Congratulations on finishing your first sword. Another customer awaits. Landon. Word is already spreading around camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bald pate, his hollow eyes darting back and forth. I heard you came down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive, you are. Anyway, can you modify the sword for me? I scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something I can stab into a thief's belly if I need to. He hands you a sword with a sharp edge, but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspiratorially. I've only had this blade for 3 days, and I've felt people's jealous eyes upon it. If they come for it in the night, I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab. Ooh. Some commissions require specific sword ratings. The filled dots show the rating between 0 and 3 your sword currently has. Oh, okay. The ability history shows the abilities which have been used to create a sword. Alright. Can use this to revisit abilities and edit them. The number next to an applied ability shows its intensity. Editing abilities has no cost. Feel free to experiment. You can change the range of many abilities. The range influenced by your ability is marked with a line. I mean, he said he wants a really good point. Yeah, let's go like there. Yeah. What if I do just go all the way? Hold on. Alright. The man takes a sword and tests the point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells at his fingertip. He then stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does so. Folks out here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep an eye out, Smith. He scurries away, his back hunched as though against a non-existent downpour. Just received a scrap item. Go to your inventory to inspect what I've received. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points, so it's a perfect use for leftover points at the end of a day. Hover over items to see descriptions. Interact with the item to salvage it. Your action points are spent, it's time to end the day. If you end the day with any action points left, they will be lost, so try to use them all up whenever you can. Alright. I like the art in this game. I like the painterly look to it. Passage into Erin Keep is barred by a colossal gate, taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, it mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Examine the magical berry. It's only visible in the half-light of dawn, or when it pours with a rain. A faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Erin Keep in a vast dome. Nice! Okay, so it's like RPG rolls. For a city to have survived this long past the Sundering, it must have extraordinary defenses. You've heard that some surviving outposts have guardian dragons or shrouds of impenetrable fog, but none have as perfect a protection as Erin Keep. It is as though the song never ended. Attackers, human or otherwise, are simply unable to breach the dome. Poisonous miasmas dissipate harmlessly against it. Plagues are kept at bay. Within this sanctuary, crops grow without withering, water runs clean, and people can sleep without fear. If such miracles can exist in a world without the voice, surely there's hope for the future. As you approach, the portcullis rises to admit a caravan, and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter at them with their shields. The merchant wagons barrel through, their drivers using horse whips to lash stragglers out of the way. I'll try and be civil about this. Guard. Huh? What do you want? He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I want to enter the keep. You a citizen? Or got yourself a worker's permit? Of course, so if you let me through, let's see your papers. Nah. I must have misplaced them. Get out of here, applicant, and stop wasting my time. Applicant, that's the euphemism these guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. Has a nicer ring, you suppose, than refugee. I have useful skills. I am a blacksmith. Every applicant who comes here begging is a doctor or a master glassmaker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? If you're a smith, prove it. I can can show you a sword I made. And how am I supposed to know you're telling the truth? I've got a sword too. Doesn't make me a smith. Buzz off, little fly. Turn to your tent, where your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best working with such limited materials, but it's all you've got for the time being. Nicely done. You finished the tutorial. From today on, you'll have more action points to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones you like the sound of. The game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. Here are a few resources to get you started. Alright. Camp, almost everyone is starving. The man who approaches you, your anvil, is oddly well fed, his face fat and pink and healthy. Something is tossed at your feet, the broken remains of a sword. The blade is snapped in half. My old blade finally gave out on me. It wasn't much to look at, but I've carried that thing with me since the world fell apart. I feel naked without it. Can you replace it? I can't be defenseless. I've seen what happens to defenseless people in this new age. Brian. Man who approaches your forge is brooding and silent, his starved face and shaven head lending him a skull-like aspect. When he speaks, his voice is a hollow rasp. A blade. He glares at you. You don't get the impression he's in the mood to answer questions. Smiling man approaches your anvil. He stands out as conspicuously healthy, lacking the stick, thin frame, and hollow cheeks of most people in the camp. The man at your anvil is on the cusp of adulthood, though stunted by years of famine. Ask him, make me a sword, smith, something big and impressive. I've been pushing around too long in this camp, but I'm not a kid anymore. I don't have to take the beatings lying down. A woman shuffles forward, her eyes red-rimmed and haunted. She has a sword in her hands that's clearly seen years of neglect. My husband passed away a few days ago. This was his blade. I told him it needed a maintenance, but he insisted it was fine. What do you think, Smith? Your husband should have known better. A warrior's only as good as his equipment. My husband was no warrior before the Sundering. He baked pies. Could you fix it up for me? Now I'm alone. I'd like to have a weapon I can rely on. You know what? Sure, it's only one action point. Holy moly. Okay, so it needs to be sharpened is what they need. I see, alright.
Let's start from here. No, no. No, I think I liked it the other way. Completely flatten this shit out. Satisfied with that. That's certainly a guard as well on there. She traces the restored blade with trembling fingers, tears in her eyes. This is so much better, even to my untrained eye. It was barely worth carrying before. Was it? Thank you, Smith. Oh, and she did pay me for it anyways. think I'll help out this guy. Something big and impressive. Alright. There we go. Oh wait, shit. I wasn't watching. There we go. Let's do one more tap, actually. Because I want to maybe try and do similar to what you had. I forget what it's called, but where it tapered in. Has the Blade made a song yet? That's a very good question. I would love to see them put in music that actually that could somehow go in time. I don't know how you would program that, but that'd be pretty cool to see music that can go in time with the rhythm bit here. You can be like, Audio's pretty quiet. Overall, or just the game audio? Please. I need you to tell me. Overall. Let me see what I can do. Is this any better? This is as high as I can put it without going deep into my settings. A little bit? Okay. I'll have to look at that later. Alright, and then... So change width. Let's turn that around. Ruh-roh. Let's thicken this out a little bit. Wait, what the fuck? Do I have it the wrong way around? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's shrink that down a little bit. And then we go here, I see. How the hell did I... I can hit delete to remove? Alright. Let's try that again then. So let's widen this out and then do the small part. See, what is the deal there? Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on. There we go. Oh, whoops. If I grab this, is there a way I can... Now I gotta bring the weight to balance down. Let's go back to the blade. Let's give it its curve first. Or point. And that brought its weight down substantially. No, let's go for something like that. Yeah. It's probably like blacksmiths that are gonna see this and be like, what is he doing? Or just people that design blades. So how does cross-section work again? I forget. Right-click to activate smooth blending. Okay, no, that is the how you sharpen it. How did they get the inlay on the other one? Because I want to be able to possibly do that too. I'll add a bit of a curve here. Oh, very well. Still not sharp enough. Oh, okay. Let's just delete that, and then... I want to get this... Oh, you know what would help get me help it get sharper, actually? Let's try that out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Want a nice gradual out. Now it's a little thick. I like that. It feels a little too pointy. I think that's about where I had it before anyways, but... I will make this guy a blade to be remembered by. Or you know what? And then we can put more of a... There we go. See, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm liking that look a lot more. I think I'm gonna have this go all the way down here, though. Oh, but I need more impact now. Takes away all its sharpness, though? Wait, he wanted it to be one-handed? Shit. Okay. Bro, you've got 0 stiffness. That's not what he was asking for, though. This guy is asking for a impactful sharp sword that's one-handed. And I think we're starting from the beginning. Alright. Just offer this to him, just a block of steel. I'm just gonna go for a simpler design. The weight will come down later. Let's do a little more. How much until I can get a point? There we go. I'm going for blunt force. I'm looking for that would be hilarious if some guy just wants like a fucking club. I would gladly make him one. But I'm going for things that look cool rather than what would strictly be the best in real life. I know nothing about actual blacksmithing. But now he wants this to be sharp. Okay, now I need to increase the width. This kid is gonna be rocking a fucking... That's so it's literally 100% off balance. Oh my god. that reduces the sharpness. What the fuck? What the fuck is this kid's request? It's gonna be so off balance. I suppose I could... Well, no, the weight's already so much. Trying to add, like, more pommel. Let's try it, just to... No, that doesn't even bring its balance up at all. You know what? If we're gonna go off balance, let's just give him as off balanced of a blade as possible. That brings it within the desired weight as well. I don't know what this guy's request was. I just wanted to be nice and help a guy out that was getting bullied. But this cartoon sword, I know. How the fuck do you... This is supposed to be a one-handed blade. You're supposed to swing this with one hand. He takes your sword in his hands, his skinny arms trembling as he holds it aloft. This is perfect, 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 perfect. Here, Smith, take your coin. You doubt he'll be able to swing it with any degree of accuracy, but he seems happy. Okay, so I unlock new abilities as I level up. I see. Alright. Oh, I don't have any other action points left. Outside the walls of Aaron Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. Outside the... Oh, I already... I suppose I can introduce myself to the neighbors. The tents near you are mostly occupied by unfriendly, suspicious folk. They spit on the ground when you approach it and ward you off with threatening gestures. There is one exception, however, a young woman who actually smiles as you approach. Through her eyes are haunted in hollow set. Though her eyes, not through her eyes. Bleh. Glad to see you're feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. You looked after me? Not exactly. I dragged you to safety after you fell off your horse. Well, thank you for that. No problem. The old woman did most of the work nursing you back to health. I checked in now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her in days. No idea. Let me know if you run into her again. I'd like to thank her. Will do, but wait. Do you mean that she's not a relative of yours? How odd. Must have been a kind-hearted old soul. Count your blessings. There's not many of those around this camp. Nice to see a friendly face around here. Good to meet you too. Name's Chev, short for Chevena. Chevena? But only my mother calls me that, and she's been dead for 10 years. She's painfully thin and covered in grime, much like everyone else in the camp. She's the first person you've seen smile, though. What do you imagine goes on in Aaron Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like. As long as it's better than here, I don't care what it's like. I hear that. She lapses into silence. Somewhere in the distance, a scream rings out. You both try to ignore it. Do you know anyone selling materials I could use for my forge? I heard someone say that there's a scrap peddler in the Lost City selling all sorts of things. Be careful if you go to the Lost City, though. That place gives me the shivers. I should head to the Lost City and strike a deal with the scrap peddler. Do you have a plan for getting into Aaron Keep? Of course. I've got skilled team assembled with lockpicks and grappling hooks. No, I don't have a plan for getting in. I'm making this up as I go, and failing miserably. Well, how'd you end up here? I grew up far west of here, in Kuriv. I'm not sure how to pronounce these words. I've lived in a beautiful port town. On certain mornings, the sea and the sky blended together into one shade of misty blue. It was like looking out into the hazy abyss, with ships suspended in the middle. Then the sundering happened. Since then, I've been hopping from settlement to settlement, disaster to disaster. A few days ago, I heard that Aaron Keep had survived. No better than survived, it thrived. The safest place in the world, surrounded by a magic shield that kept both plagues and monsters at bay. The name sounded familiar, and then I remembered. My dad used to tell me how his fool of a brother had moved to Aaron Keep to make his fortune. Not such a fool after all. I guess not. I wish our family had moved with him. In any case, that's how I came to be here. My uncle's the last member of my family left alive. I'm sure he'd take me in, if only I could get through the damn gate. If I enter the city before you, I'll find him and tell him you're here. Thank you. She rubs her eyes. Look at me, getting my hopes up. Lucas Buriona? Remember the name. If I make it to Aaron Keep before Chev does, I should try to find her Uncle Lucas and tell him that she's out here. Do you know about the magic barrier around Aaron Keep? It appeared shortly after the Sundering, right? At the same time as the Masked King took the throne? I don't know how much more. I don't know much more than that. Sorry. Honestly, I just want to get back to making blades. Thanks for stopping by. The tragedy of the applicants' camp is indescribable. So is the smell. There are no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go to the outskirts to use the latrines. Tucked away from the squalor, you find a pocket where desperation hasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. A few scrawny chickens peck at the ground, miraculously uneaten. As you pick your way through, wary eyes track your movement from tent flaps, some calling out to alert the neighbors to the presence of a newcomer. At the center of this little commune, you find a family, crouched around a huge cooking pot, simmering with meals and scrounged vegetables. A little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. That's their food, though. You decide not to bother them, even as your stomach rumbles in protest. Camp is an appalling spectacle, an ocean of mud and flies, with gaunt men and women scraping a living amid the filth. Not far from your tent, the recent rains have swept away the soil on a mass grave, exposing glints of yellow bone. Only the rats are well fed out here. You climb into your bedroll, massaging your swollen joints and trying to ignore the rumbling in your belly. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. A few hours past midnight, you're woken by a soft, silken hiss. A blade slices through the fabric of your tent. The fabric falls away to reveal a pair of yellow eyes, crescent of yellow teeth, a gaunt figure with a knife in his hand. He steps carefully into your tent, apparently thinking you asleep. Behind him are the dim shapes of other men. Each night, you bury your tools and your coin in a new location. There's not much in the tent they can steal, but they don't look like the type who will be happy if they They don't look the type who will be happy if they don't find anything worthwhile. You keep breathing steadily, your eyelids barely cracked open. The intruder creeps closer, knife extended behind him. His companions whisper impatiently. You have a sword in your bedroll, hidden in a bundle of rags. Perhaps you can reach it before the knife finds your neck. Attack with the element of surprise. Oh shit. You're fast, but the thief is faster. He moves like a snake, kicking the sword out of your reach as his knife blade appears your throat, pressing just firmly enough to draw a drop of blood. Not so fast. Grab that sword, boys. Nice bit of loot. Now let's see what else we can find, eh? He nods to his companions, who begin rummaging through your meager pet possessions. But they don't have any luck. Your coins and tools are buried beyond their reach. Stop, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Stop waving that toothpick in my face. You think you scare me, you scrawny runt? Shit! The thief laughs, waving his dagger in your face. Try me, Smith. Doesn't matter how tough you are when you've got a knife in your guts. I swear I have nothing else. The thief strikes you across the face with the back of his hand, hard enough to rattle your skull. Liar, liar. I ain't stupid. You've buried it, haven't you? I'm telling the truth. I was robbed blind as soon as I arrived here. I have nothing. The thief glares at you. You maintain unwavering eye contact. Fuck yeah! You better be telling us the truth, otherwise we'll come back and spill your guts. Let's get out of here, boys. Smith's got nothing worth taking after all. The thieves melt away into the night, leaving you alone in your sliced open tent. That'll require a few hours of stitching repair, but you're too tired to attempt it now. You manage a few more hours of fitful sleep before dawn breaks. Alright, let's salvage this. I've already done one like this. A woman stands at your anvil, her eyes scanning the horizon. She flinches as you approach her. I hear it at night, you know, circling, screeching, getting closer. Grizzled man limps up to you, scratching at his scarred jaw with a dirt black fingernail. Claw-like hand grasps your arm, belonging to a man with a wild beard and even wilder eyes. I don't have much left, Smith, and they're going to take it. I hear them all night, scampering around my tent. Animals, scum! Why can't they leave me alone? I need a sword. I can't lose what little I have, not again. Might help this guy. Why can't I scroll this? What? I kind of want to help the crazy lady. Or I'm guessing she's crazy right now. Maybe she's not. But also I want to help this guy with what sounds like rats. Oh, maybe this guy's also crazy. Ooh, but I also get a book from this one. Helping lock-in will get me some leather and wood. I'd rather get more techniques right now, I guess. I'm sure better deals will come later. The others say I'm mad, that we left that thing back in the wastes, but they don't see what it did to my brother, the way it looked at me as it tore him limb from limb. It didn't hunt like an animal, it watched me, enjoyed my fear. I'm sure it followed me all this way. Sounds like a good blade at your side could come in handy. I don't know what a sword can do against something like that, but I figure having a sword is better than having nothing at all. Let me listen to, Asko. Who do you think is trying to steal from you? Everyone in this camp. You can't trust any of them. That's why I need a blade in my hand. You don't seem well. I'm fine. It's the world that's wrong. You see, she's the fun kind of crazy. I feel like she might do something cool. This guy, I'm worried, is gonna hurt other people if I help him. And she'll give me the book, so I think I'll do this. Alright. That's funny. Alright, she wants a one-handed sword. Alright. Long and light, I think, is what she wants. Because, yeah, we want 3 mobility. I might increase the thickness. Let's keep the weight will go down as I do other things to it, and then we can adjust later. Oh, I can make like a broad cleaver. Yes. How wide can I go with this? This still has normal mobility. That's crazy. The die goes off the diagram! Oh, for heaven's sake. Yeah, we'll do that for now. What the fuck? Okay, no, we're trying that again. Let's get her a decent point. How about that? Now let's get the sharpness going. Oh, I can taper the blade? Let's go for about 2/3 here. And then I can taper width. So this is what I was trying to do earlier. Alright. Let's keep the impact on it high still. Let's get some sharpening on this. Oh, and then you can combine them. Oh! I didn't realize you could do that. Oh my god, this guy's riding him! I didn't know you could do that! Let me put this away for now. And this away too. And let's or not widen. Yeah, no, widen is what I want to do. Till I can see a bit of sharpness on there. I think that fits best on this one. Oh, the balance is way off. Shit. Let's put on a heavier pommel. Bummer. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I don't know if it's a skill issue on my end that I can't get this blade more balanced, but one thing I'll do actually. That's better than before, at least. I'll take that. There's zero stiffness again, though. Take what you can get, I guess. She weighs the blade in her hand. The balance is perfect. When it comes, I won't hesitate. Not like before. Not like when I ran and when I left them. She pauses. So apparently I got the balance good. You know, a sword can only do so much if you don't know how to use it. It'll do enough. I heard it again last night. Closer than ever. Let it come. I'm not scared anymore. Doing the public some good. Oh my goodness. How long have I been going now? I think I will call it for now. It has been...
Stand rule.
Oh, whoop. Sorry, yeah, I'll go with that. It has been... It's been pretty fun trying out this game. Or you know what? One thing I should do. Save. There we go. It has been quite fun. But I wish to go eat some food and potentially contact friends. I might stream this again, though. We'll see. But yeah, bye-bye.
Stand rule.